Hello, I'm going to show you how to make a block of vegan cheddar cheese. Half cup raw cashews, right there. 1/4 cup nutritional yeast flakes, that's this stuff right here. It does call for 2 tablespoons sesame tahini, which is this stuff. I'm just going to wait till it's time to blend it though. 1/4 teaspoon dry mustard, which is this stuff, right there. So, there we go. Now for the 5 tablespoons of agar flakes. Alright, so you bring the water, you put the water on there and you mix the agar flakes with the water. It's vegetarian gelatin. And it kind of melts down and it just starts getting gelatin-like. And that's obviously what gives the cheese its hold. Okay, now you got to let the agar simmer for 5 to 10 minutes. And, it's already been a couple minutes. You can see that it's starting to get gelatin-like right there already. And while it's doing that, I can show you some pepper jack cheese that I made about a week and a half ago. Here's the agar, all nice and gooey. I'm just going to take it over here, put it in the blender, blend. Alright, and every now and then you need to kind of just push it around in there, get it off the sides so it can blend better. Okay, back to blending. Do it for a couple minutes. Okay, I was wondering why it wasn't yellow. I forgot to add the miso. This is the miso. For all you newbies who are new to health food or veganism, miso is a fermented soybean paste. And I forgot to add the tomato paste. So I added that and blended it, and now it is a nice yellow color. Alright, I got my pre-oiled little 3-cup container thing. You just put some vegetable oil in there and rub it on there. And you can see this is already starting to get hard or whatever. So now the last step is just to put it in the container. This is what's going to shape it. Get it all nice in there. You want to put it in the refrigerator uncovered until it cools down, and then you can cover it. And then in a few hours, or definitely by the next day, you'll have some nice uncheese or vegan cheese. Okay, it's been 2.5 hours. This is what we got. I went ahead and sliced the piece off to make it smoother on the top. But just take it, turn it upside down, and there you go. Cheddar uncheese or vegan cheddar cheese.
So I'm going to go ahead and add my macadamia nuts. The recipe calls for about 3.5 cups, 2 to 3.5 cups, depending on how much nuts you want. About 1/2 cup of water, give or take, the light miso paste. So I'm going to use about like a heaping tablespoon. And this again is according to your taste. If you're not a salt person, go a little less. Not into using miso, maybe you have a soy allergy, just use about a teaspoon of sea salt. The next thing I'm going to add is some garlic. Now it says to add about 2 cloves of garlic, but this is a pretty big clove, as you can see. So 2 small cloves of garlic, depending on your garlic liking. Add a little Italian seasoning in, or some kind of, this is oregano, you can add Italian seasoning or oregano, about 1/2 teaspoon, give or take. And if you've got fresh things growing in your garden, by all means use fresh first. Fresh is the way to go. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on, and it's going to puree into like a nice light cheese. Okay, I'm going to check it. I want it to be looking like a ricotta cheese. That's what I'm going for. In regular lasagna, you'd use a ricotta cheese. So I'm just going to feel it between my fingers, and I can feel that there's quite a few large chunks of nuts still in there. I'm going to go just a little bit longer still. Now what I'm looking for with the texture is I want it to be smooth and creamy like a cheese, but also light and fluffy like a ricotta. So as you can see, the texture is really nice looking. It's light and fluffy and kind of ricotta-ish. I'm feeling it to see if there's nut chunks in there. I don't want it to be really that chunky nutty thing. I want it to seem more soft and cheese-like. So the nuts are replacing the cheese. So that's a great texture. I'm going to go ahead and put it back into my bowl. We're going to have our cheese. We're going to set that aside so you can see what that looks like. Now this could also work as a great dip.
I wanted to review this product here. It's Frontier's Nutritional Yeast Mini Flakes. It's very nutritious for you. It has B6, B2, B1, B12, folic acid. It's high in fiber. 2 tablespoons gives you 4 grams of fiber. Low in sodium, just 5 milligrams. Low in fat, just 1 milligram. High in protein, 8 grams. And what it looks like this here. It's sort of like a Parmesan cheese, darker in color and bigger in flakes. And we keep it in a shaker bottle. We like to sprinkle it on popcorn, and we also like to smash some sardines from a can and just pour this nutritional yeast on that. We love it like that. My grandsons love it on sardines too. I have a grandson who's almost 2 and he loves it. But I have really fond memories of this yeast and popcorn because my kids who are now in their late 20s and most of them are in their 30s, I can still remember them being around 8, 9, and 10, sitting down in the den with a big bowl of popcorn and eating it and watching cartoons. And I especially remember them just taking the last few popcorn kernels and kind of scraping the bottom, not the kernels, but taking the popcorn and kind of scraping the bottom to get the yeast. And they love it, and their kids love it. But you can get this at shopping, shopping.msn.com, and it sells for about $10. And this is the Nutritional Yeast Mini Flakes 1-pound package.